Okay, so here is our word problem. Our word problem reads, Ashlyn ordered 3 dozen donuts to share with her friends. She has 6 friends and they want to share the donuts equally. How many donuts does each friend get? Okay, so again, when we are reading word problems, the first time we're just going to read it one time through. Not write anything down, just reading it out loud. Now, the second time, we're going to fill out our key info for our T-chart. So I'm going to draw a T-chart here. I'm going to put key info on the left and problem on the right. All right, so this time as I read, I want you to see if you can find any of the things we talked about up here. Some word cues that's going to tell me what kind of operation I'm going to do, any numbers with their label, and then our question. Okay, so I'm going to read it again. Ashlyn ordered 3 dozen donuts to share with her friends. She has 6 friends and they want to share the donuts equally. How many donuts does each friend get? So at this time, I want you to pause the video and I want you to fill out your key info side. Okay, you should have paused your video and filled out your key info side. Now I'm going to fill out the key info side and let's see if what I have written down is what you also wrote down. So I break it down sentence by sentence. Ashlyn is ordering 3 dozen donuts. Well, we have a number right here. 3 dozen donuts. So the dozen donuts is the label and I am supposed to have labels with my numbers. So I'm going to put 3 dozen donuts. I'm going to keep reading. Ashlyn ordered 3 dozen donuts to share with her friends. So she is going to be sharing these donuts. Okay. She has 6 friends. Here's another number. And I know she's going to be sharing them with her friends, so friends may be important. She has 6 friends. So we're going to put 6 friends. She has 6 friends and they want to share the donuts equally. So we are sharing donuts. We have a total number of donuts and now we are sharing them, which means what? Well, that means we're going to take donuts and we're going to say, you get one, you get one, you get one. And we're going to just keep passing them out or splitting them up or sharing them until they're all gone, but they all have this same number because it says equal. So I'm going to put share equally, and we should know that this means that we are going to be dividing. Now our question says, how many donuts does each friend get? So I want to know how many donuts. So donuts is going to be my answer. How many donuts will each friend get? So I really just need to find out how many donuts is one friend going to get. But I need to make sure that it's the same number as all the friends because they're supposed to share them equally. So now I have my key information. And now I'm going to go to my problem. So I have 3 dozen donuts. I have 6 friends. So I'm going to be using these numbers. I know I'm going to be dividing them. Am I going to be dividing 3 by 6? Well, let me ask myself, do I have 3 donuts? No, I have 3 dozen donuts. So we need to go back just a second and look at this word dozen. What does that mean? What is a dozen? So sometimes in word problems, they will give you like the word week or month or dozen or half dozen, half a year, things like that. And you have to know what those numbers are. So for the word dozen, we should know if we buy a dozen donuts, they're going to give us 12. They're going to give us 12 donuts. Okay? But that's only if you get 1 dozen. How many dozen does Ashlyn have? She actually has 3. So how many total donuts does she have? Well, we need to work that out over here. So if 1 dozen is 12, she has 3 of them, we can do a multiplication problem. So we're going to do 12 times 3 first. And we get 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. So we have 36 what? 36 donuts. So that's our total number of donuts that we need to share equally. Okay, but we haven't done our division. So now we're ready to divide. We have our total number of donuts, and we are going to divide our total by how many friends there are. So I can put that right over here. My total number always goes as the dividend, okay? And then the number I'm sharing or splitting up or putting into groups is my divisor. And I'm going to put 36 donuts. I'm going to label them. And 6 friends. So I understand what's happening here. I'm taking my donuts and I'm splitting them or sharing them with 6 friends. So if you know your math facts or fact families, you know that if we are dividing 36 by 6, we are going to get our quotient or our answer of 6 up here because we know 6 times 6 is 36. If you didn't know that, could you do the subtraction method? Absolutely. Could you do the traditional method? Absolutely. And you would find that 6 times 6 is 36. So what I've also found by labeling our division problems is whatever this label is here is what is also on top. So my 6 friends are splitting 36 donuts, and they each are getting 6 donuts. So this is how many each friend is getting. Now I need to go back to my question and make sure I've answered it correctly. So my question is, how many donuts will each friend get? Well, we know that 6 will go into 36 evenly or equally 6 times. There's no remainder. So each friend is going to get 6 donuts. Remember, we said donuts needs to be our label. So then I can put it in a sentence. Each friend will get 6 donuts. Now, I know this may look like a lot, but it really does help break down the problem and make word problems a little bit simpler. And I promise the more you use the T-chart, the easier it's going to be to help you work out your word problems.